Gamesweasel.com. Review.
After a 20-year wait, Capcom's Bionic Commando is now back in full 3D. Now, you may have recently played the remake of the original, subtitled Rearmed, but this one follows on from the first game as you respond to a terrorist threat that's just blown up a whole city and caused a massive earthquake. Luckily, that means there's lots of stuff to swing about on too. You still play as Bionic Commando Spencer, who's about to be sentenced to death at the start of the game when he's saved by the authorities to go into the hot zone and sort things out. You're given your left arm back, and then it's on to the action. Unfortunately, there are warning signs as soon as you begin the game. Loading screens are long and often, and compared to other third-person games, you do feel vulnerable when out in the open. You can shoot enemies with your right arm, or do all sorts of nasty things to them with your bionic arm. To progress further, there are also nodes you have to hack into with your arm once you've cleared out all the enemies around it. The main problem this game faces is the actual navigation around the 3D maps. Unlike the Spider-Man games where movement is fluid thanks to your webs latching onto invisible things anywhere above you, you have to latch onto specific targets in this game, and frequently you'll find there's nothing to actually swing onto when in mid-air, so you fall to your doom into a radioactive pit and have to start from the last checkpoint. Very annoying indeed. You don't even start the game with all the powers you learn to use in the tutorial. It does feel weird to do them at the start of the game and then have them snatched away from you. It also doesn't seem fair when you swing into an environment, drop onto the floor, and then find yourself surrounded with no duck or cover button to help you avoid the bullets of enemies. You can roll, but it's not all that effective. If you like, from the menu you can skip forward into any part of the game later on, but you won't be able to save your progress. Now, a little game called Alone in the Dark did this a couple of months back, and also that was a game that didn't quite float my boat. I was looking forward to this one, but it just doesn't work in 3D as well as it did 20 years ago in 2D. It gets an average 5 out of 10.
You've been watching a review from Gamesweasel. If you want to get the show each week, which includes video game reviews, news, previews, competitions and special features, then head over to Gamesweasel.com for our video podcast, Gamesweasel TV.
Gamesweasel.com.